Garringer kind of, we was called Eastside High, lean on me or whatever. But we
Okay,
always had we always had the kind of bad reputation.
Yeah.
So by junior year, we were decent. Our senior year, we end up, I know at one point we was like second or third in the state. But then we had a nemesis, West Charlotte, that sadly I have to say, didn't get over the hump. That guy I mentioned earlier, Jason Parker, who was a McDonald's All-American. He was the senior. He ended up going to Kentucky. And then they had a guy named Keith Mackins, who was Mr. Basketball of North Carolina football and basketball. So we and we didn't have, at the time, to be honest with you, we didn't have a D1 player, because at that time I wasn't considered a D1 player either. To how I got out for is moving on basketball wise, we played West Charlotte in the conference championship, and I had a pretty good game, and we ended up losing at the end. But I remember after the game, it was this kind of smaller white guy that was talking to my coach. I just walked by him and he introduced himself, but I just speak and just keep it moving. A couple of weeks later, I'm at school and I happen to see Coach walking with that same smaller white guy, but now it's an older white guy in a military suit with him. So I'm kind of like, thinking maybe he's talking about, honestly, somebody else on our team. I used to sacrifice for is checking the best player, making the right pass. I never was the guy that was going out there trying to score 40. So I never really got the recognition. And so Coach called me into his office, and then lo and behold, that older guy in the military uniform, he was Coach Fletcher Eric, the legendary coach at Fort Union Military Academy.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. And so the shorter white guy I was talking about, his name was Coach Pete. He's a guy who goes around the country and he just kind of looks for diamonds in the rough. And so at the time, again, me being from Charlotte and just kind of inner city kid, military school didn't sound like something I was trying to do.
I don't care. You from Charlotte, from Springfield, Mass, it don't matter where you from. You hear that, it's like, oh, you gotta get your stuff together, or they gonna get it together for you. One of the two.
Right. So what they do at Fort Union, you have to go up there and you have to play against the current team that's there. So it's different guys across the country. Y'all play on the same team against the team that's up there. So me and a guy named Trelo Galloway from Myrtle Beach, we actually rode up together. He was another guy that he was trying to get on. So we went up there. I felt like I played pretty well riding back. And so he was like, well, he told me one of y'all already made it, but he ain't sure about the other. So I was smart enough to understand the guy I'm riding with, he's 6'7", 6'8", athletic. Now I'm feeding him the rock. He catching alleys, and it's from me, but that's going to be the highlight. So you already know. So luckily, from AAU, we was playing in the state championship, and Coach Eric came to the game, and I had to show out. And so that was the game that he pretty much decided to bring me on, and then I ended up at Fort Union.